In the southern Pokrovsk sector, drone operators from the 414th Brigade tracked movement across a scorched grassland. A Russian soldier moved cautiously, trying to return to his unit. Halfway across the open terrain, he suddenly dropped flat into the burned field, hoping the drone would pass. But the FPV didn't lose him. It curved in, locked on, and ended it. Thermal optics and low-altitude flight paths are redefining what it means to be exposed.
Two Russian soldiers circled a tree, unaware of the FPV drone, trailing just behind. One lap, then another. The chase continued. On the third pass, one soldier was neutralized. The second soldier darted toward a nearby trench, but the drone followed relentlessly. The outcome was certain. Both targets were eliminated.
In the Donetsk sector, a lone Russian soldier attempted to cross the open grassland, half-crouched, careful, and slow. Recon operators from Ukraine's 414th UAV Brigade spotted his movement. An FPV drone launched. It tracked him from a distance, adjusting with each gust of wind. Then, it dove. The strike was precise. The advance ended before it began. In drone warfare, even half a step forward can be too far.
September 7, 2025, a lone Russian soldier walked along the shoreline. From above, a Ukrainian FPV drone locked on. It descended steadily. No warning, no escape.
In the Pokrovsk direction, a Russian soldier was pulling back from the front. A Ukrainian FPV drone followed. It moved in slowly, then struck with precision. There was no warning, no escape, only silence. In the Pokrovsk direction, drone operators spotted a group of Russian infantry moving through tall grass. One soldier looked up and saw the FPV drone diving. He ducked, but it kept coming. Impact. The second soldier nearby dropped face first to the ground in fear, but another drone was already descending. He never stood up again. Even instinct can't outrun drone precision anymore.
In the direction of Avdiivka, a Russian soldier was seen crawling away from a destroyed trench, attempting to escape across exposed terrain. The FPV kamikaze drone from the strike drone company of Ukraine's 47th Mechanized Brigade tracked his movement. The drone hovered briefly, then descended. The soldier looked back and raised one arm. Too late. The strike left him fatally wounded.
On a dusty road, a lone Russian soldier struggled forward. No weapon, no gear, just a limp and a destination. An FPV drone locked onto him, diving fast. The first strike missed. He rolled into tall grass, shaken, but still moving. Another drone followed. This time, no error. The moment was brief, but it captured the brutal logic of drone warfare. Relentless, calculated, and always watching. 414th Brigade spotted unusual heat signatures beneath a chunk of broken concrete. A Russian soldier had tucked himself under the slab, using it for shade and sleep. The scout drone hovered silently, confirming identity. Moments later, an FPV drone launched. It descended carefully, then struck. Dust rose. But the target stirred. The drone hadn't finished. A second FPV was sent. It corrected the trajectory. This time, no movement, no evasion, just concrete and silence. Thermal imaging paired with precision drones leaves no room for error, especially under open sky. A Russian soldier walked down the road and opened fire at an incoming FPV drone, but the drone didn't flinch. It surged forward and ended it in a single strike. Moments later, his comrades were exposed, one by one. One was doing push-ups near a tree. Another walked alone across an open field. One tried to hide behind a trunk. Another stepped into the forest. One more sheltered inside a bunker. The last one, in desperation, threw his rifle at the drone, but none of them escaped. Each was located. Each was neutralized. No warning, no second attempt. The drone gave no second chance, only waves of silence falling from above. Near Velika Novosilka, Russian troops re-entered a house they had previously occupied. They moved without urgency, unaware. Minutes later, an FPV drone maneuvered behind the structure. It slipped through the back door. A single strike followed. The building collapsed. This was not random. It was precision. A thermal drone scanned the ruins. It picked up faint heat. Someone was hiding. A Russian soldier crouched deep in the rubble, still as stone. The first FPV drone moved in, slow and silent. It struck near the shelter. The soldier panicked, crawled fast, trying to disappear behind a shattered wall. But the second drone was already hunting. It found him and ended the movement. The ruins held their breath. Then, silence returned. Thermal sensors allowed drones to detect hidden heat signatures, even through cover. A Russian soldier stepped outside just to relieve himself. But that simple move exposed the entrance to a hidden underground bunker. A heavy Ukrainian FPV drone locked on. One bomb, one strike. Inside, dozens of troops and equipment were neutralized. One careless step changed everything. Donetsk outskirts. A Russian squad advanced in single file toward a ruined settlement. They didn't know 2 Ukrainian soldiers were already hidden, waiting, in a collapsed building. As the squad entered the kill zone, one Ukrainian fired a shoulder-mounted mortar. The round struck the center of the formation. Chaos followed. Seconds later, the 2 defenders emerged and finished the ambush. The strike was brief, calculated, and absolute. 2 men, 1 trap, no survivors. In a thinned-out forest, Russian soldiers tried to hold position, but the sky turned against them. A swarm of Ukrainian FPV drones encircled the tree line. One soldier raised his weapon, firing back in desperation, but a drone had already locked on. He was hit. Another soldier panicked and ran into open terrain. He didn't get far. Explosions followed. The drones kept circling, patient, calculated, and then silence. In modern warfare, even trees can't shield you from the sky.
A Russian soldier rode an electric scooter through a war-ravaged residential area, unaware of the silent threat trailing him. An FPV drone had already locked onto the target. It followed at low altitude, closing the distance. Within seconds, the drone accelerated and struck with precision. The street fell silent once again.
South of Lyman, a reconnaissance drone detected a group of Russian infantry moving inside an underground shelter. Within seconds, an FPV kamikaze drone descended at high speed. It struck the entrance of the shelter. All personnel inside were neutralized. No further response followed. Only silence. Underground shelters, once considered safe zones, are now targets in modern drone warfare. In the Kharkiv sector, a Ukrainian soldier sat in the bed of a moving pickup. A Russian FPV drone locked on and closed in, fast and silent. But the soldier was ready. He raised his rifle and fired. The drone faltered, then dropped. In this war, even retreating vehicles are never out of danger. A forward shelter, built with tarp sheets stretched overhead. Inside, a group of Russian soldiers were asleep. An FPV drone appeared. It slipped through the fog, then struck. The blast snapped the silence. The soldiers awoke, confused, disoriented. Frontline shelters offer no protection against persistent drone surveillance. South of the Lyman sector, a Tor M2 surface-to-air system sat idle in open ground. Ukrainian scouts confirmed the target. A heavy FPV drone was dispatched. The first strike damaged the system, but didn't finish the job. Seconds later, a second drone closed in. The impact left no doubt. Both the threat and its silence were confirmed. Even the most advanced air defense can't protect itself from what it can't see coming. A Ukrainian recon drone scanned deep behind enemy lines. It found a hidden Russian base near the southern front. Coordinates were relayed instantly. Moments later, a Ukrainian Su-27 soared in. One GBU-62 bomb dropped. The strike neutralized both the structure and personnel. This mission highlights the synergy between drone intelligence and precision air power.